it lasted for moments, but I have been waiting to have another beyond body experience for quite some time. Let me get right into this. Let me share it with you. But first, let me let you know what I did. It was different this time than the illuminating my third eye, which is a technique that I talked to you about a few episodes back, right before I began to struggle. I would light my third eye, and that would be about it. I would illuminate, and then I would focus on that, and I'd go through the third eye, and I thought, okay, this is the technique I'm always going to use, but I'm guessing now I'm going to try and change things up here and there to see. But anyway, so this happened about, right now it's 1:49 p.m. on Sunday, and this happened about 20, maybe 10 minutes ago. So probably close to about 1:40 p.m. on Sunday, September the 27th. I lay down, and again, as some of you know, I've been kind of struggling. One of the things that I like to do on this channel is to let you know that for those of you who are struggling yourselves with astral projection, getting out of your body, you're not the only ones that do it. I do too at times, depending. And this struggle was quite some time with the beyond body. I've had some other things that have been happening lately, and I've been sharing them with you, but the beyond body has not been really truly happening lately and consistently. And it hasn't always been cut and dry, as I've told you on some of the other episodes that I've done. Sometimes I've questioned, is this astral projection, or is this a lucid dream? Is this beyond body? Whatever. This is pretty much, in my mind, it was cut and dry. It was cut and dry. I had the storm sounds on. And of course, we've talked about that. Something that I like, something that I enjoy. So my storm sounds were on, and I was lying down and I was just listening. Now, one of the things I've been doing lately is I've just been listening to the universe, just listening to the silences sometimes, or I'll have my storm sounds on and I'll just listen to see what I hear out there. I decided to do this on this occasion as well, because frankly, I thought, well, it hasn't been happening lately, so it's probably not going to happen again. So I'm just going to listen to see what I hear. And normally, as I've told you before, I do hear things, but somewhere in the back of my mind, a thought developed. I will share this technique, as I will share everything with you. And sometimes these things just come to me. It just kind of pops in my head. And what I decided to do, and what I thought of, was I pictured a rope. Now, by the way, this is not the rope technique, okay? So get that out right now. I don't know. I've heard the rope technique, and I don't believe that's what this is. I wasn't trying to climb out of my body using a rope. That's not how this worked. For me, this worked as the following. I pictured myself on a cliff, and I was holding a white rope. Just holding it. And in my mind, in my imagination, I thought, okay, before sleep comes, before sleep comes, this rope is to help me hold on until that very moment, right between it. I'm going to hold on tight. And right before sleep comes, I'm going to say, okay, I'm holding on. I'm still holding on. It's like, here it comes. I'm holding on. And then right when it comes, I'm going to let go of the rope and I'm going to go in. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in, but I will hold on literally with this rope until right before sleep. And then right as I feel sleep coming, right before, I'll slip in. I'll slip in. That's what I thought. And so I held this thought in my mind, kept thinking it. I did not let it go. It was there in my thoughts of me holding on. It's holding on to this rope. And eventually, in the darkness of my imagination, a rectangular space opened up. And I remember it was rectangular. I could see space. I could see light through this rectangle. So if you can imagine darkness, you imagine almost like a rectangular, I guess you could say it's like a portal or something, but it formed and I could see it. And I could see light and I could see a fence. And I thought, there it is. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. In my imagination, I approached it. So in my thoughts, I was thinking, okay, move toward that space. Move toward that space. And as I got closer to it, I was like, okay, it's not disappearing. It's not disappearing. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to get through. I'm going to get through. As soon as I got through that space, suddenly I was in a park. It was daylight, sometime in the early afternoon. For some reason, I like parks. I don't know. This happens quite a bit. I end up in parks. But this park was huge. I was near the fence that I saw from the space right before I entered. Seemed to be a baseball. There was a baseball diamond. And as some of you know, if you're in a park, you'll see a big fence around baseball fields or whatever. Sometimes there'll be like a fence or whatever. That was the fence I was seeing. It was a fence and it was right behind home plate. So that's what I was seeing. And so I was like, cool, awesome. I started walking in this park. It was beautiful and sunny, but there were clouds. Sort of, I think in the distance, it was sort of grayish in the distance. And I was like, okay. And also I could see people. People were walking here and there. In fact, I remember seeing two ladies. There was one, I think that was African American. One, I think she was, I don't remember much about her clothing or both their clothing. I just remember seeing them. And to me, this is the exciting part. Again, anyways, this was the exciting moment for me. Right as I saw these ladies, I thought, I wonder if this is one of those realities where I can fly, because I was in another reality. I know I was. I don't know what reality I was in. The park, again, it was huge. It was a big park. Oh my gosh, it was so big. And like I said, I saw these ladies, and the first thought that entered my mind, one of the first thoughts that entered my mind was, can I fly? Because as I've told you, even though I am in a physical reality, when I go to these alternate realities, they're physical. It's not like being in the astral plane. Even though I'm in a physical reality, the laws of physics are different. The laws of physics don't apply like they do here in the 3D world. And sometimes I can fly, sometimes I can't. Sometimes I cannot fly, and I've tried flying before. I've jumped in the air, come right back down on my feet, and thought, okay, I can't fly here. But I thought, what the heck? I'm going to try. I am going to try to fly. So I stepped up and I took a leap into the air. Oh my God, I soared. I soared into the air, and I was like, oh my God, this is so freaking cool. This is so freaking awesome. I have talked about flying before. I love flying. If I'm in the astral plane, great, wonderful. I know I'm not going anywhere, any place specific when I fly, because it's not really practical for that sort of thing. But for just the pleasure of flying, I love flying. And I was airborne and I was looking at the park from way above. I was like, this is totally, totally cool. I could see the people. I think the ladies were kind of looking up at me, maybe kind of going, okay, who is this person? I don't know. Who knows? They may not have even been able to see me at this point. I'm not sure. But I just soared. I flew over this park. And the sky was beautiful. The sun was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. But the flight didn't last very long. And this experience was pretty much over after just a few moments. I flew for a while and then I lost my grip very, very quickly. And I opened my eyes back in this reality, and now I am telling you the story of what happened, telling you about the experience. I hope this means that I'm going to have more consistent beyond body experiences in the future, but it totally makes me feel, I've always been grateful about what I can do, but it makes me feel even more grateful when it feels like I'm not able to do it as much as I was able to do it before. So I am so grateful to my guides, and I feel so blessed to be able to do what I do and to be able to share it with you. And again, my most sincere hope is that you will discover that ability too, because it's there inside of you, all of you. It just needs to be discovered. Thank you so much for coming on another journey with me, and until next time, take care.